God's people had been in the desert for many years in the wilderness. They'd been there so long that eventually Moses had died, but Moses' assistant, Joshua, had taken over leading the Israelites through the desert. Finally, God told Joshua it was time to lead the Israelites to the promised land. He told Joshua to bring the people to the banks of the Jordan River. And so he did. They stayed there for 3 nights. But the Jordan River was very deep at this time of year, and it would be too difficult to cross on foot. The water would be so deep and the current so strong that the people would drown. But Joshua had heard from God exactly what to do. He went and got the priests who carried the Ark of the Covenant to the banks of the river. When the priests reached the Jordan River, they were told to put their feet inside the river. Again, the priests had faith in God, and they did what he said, even though it was scary to walk into the deep waters of the river. And once again, God kept his promise to keep them safe, and the waters of the Jordan receded on either side, going back to reveal dry land. So the priests stayed with the ark in the river, while all of God's people crossed safely through to the promised land on the other side. Once all of God's people had crossed through the Jordan safely to the promised land, Joshua told 12 of them, the head of each tribe, to go to the river there where the land was dry and take a large stone from the bottom of the Jordan River. They did, and they stacked all the stones in a pile, all 12 of them. They did this so that they could show proof and remember what God had done for them. These stones were underwater, but as soon as the priests carried the ark to the other side, the Jordan River closed up again. But God's people had made it to the promised land, and now they had this monument of stones to remember what God had done for them when they believed in him.